Hey friends, welcome back. This is Don't Burn Dinner. This week I found a vintage recipe in my old family cookbook from 1973. There's a lot of Hungarian blood in my family roots, and this is an old Hungarian recipe, I guess, and it's cabbage and noodles. I've never made anything like this. It sounds very similar to just the buttered noodles that are kind of a standard kids meal today. So as my son naps in the other room, I think I'm going to give it a whirl. It's a little bit odd because you add cottage cheese in at the end with the cabbage. I've never really heard of anything quite like this, but like I said, it's giving buttered noodle vibes. So he might actually go for it. While he sleeps, let's make it, and then when he gets up, let's see if we can test it out on him, see how it goes. So make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future recipes, because we're always doing something. Let's give this a whirl. Let's do a quick ingredient run through. This is a minimal, clean recipe. Again, there's not a lot of ingredients. I always gravitate towards that. I love fresh ingredients to feed my kids. I love it to be easy, already in my pantry. That's my biggest thing. And I always try to see how many dishes is this going to take for me to clean after the fact. So this one looks pretty good to me. Anyways, so we'll need a whole bag, it sounds like, of wide noodles cooked. So I'll do those big egg noodles. Love those, the no yolks. And then it calls for a ½ pound of butter. So that's going to be a stick. Is that right? Yeah. Wait, what? 2 sticks of butter. I don't know why they just don't come out with it. So I need one more stick of butter. So there's a lot of butter in this, so you know it's gonna be good. You know those kids are gonna eat it. And then we're doing a teaspoon of salt and sugar, which I've already poured for your viewing pleasure. I don't know which one is which at this point. Doesn't really matter, but I think the one that's got a little bit more pizzazz, a little more sparkle to it, I think that's your sugar. And then I sent Chris to the store for the cabbage. So I told him the medium one. Hopefully he compared them to other cabbages, because I don't know. I've never cooked with cabbage before, so hopefully this is medium. And then I asked him for 1 small onion. So of course he brought back an entire bag. We'll pick one out that looks good and small, probably any one of these really. Yeah, oh, and then your cottage cheese. So the cottage cheese is at the end. There's no measurement for it. We're gonna have to wing it. I don't really know. Never seen this recipe in real life before, in real time. So we're in this together. We're just gonna add the cottage cheese. I don't know. All right, so let's go. Okay, so I'm starting out by boiling the water. This generally takes the longest time, and there's a lot of water in there because we are doing the entire bag of the egg noodles. Those are those big, thick noodles. I think they only take a couple minutes to boil once they're in there, but getting the water going is a little time consuming. But as I was doing that, I noticed something really interesting. So in the back of my kitchen always is this little paprika holder that I actually got in Hungary. So I did a trip to Eastern Europe a few years back, and Budapest, if you know, you know, that's how you pronounce it. There's Buda and then Pest across the river from each other. And yeah, it's like spa central. If you like to bathe and just relax and go to ancient baths, like Budapest is the place that you want to go. But I got this at one of the little food markets that they had, and yeah, just random. I just noticed it like as we're doing this, so thought I could point it out to you. Next, we're moving on to cabbage after this, which I never have worked with really before. I'm a little nervous, don't really know what I'm doing, but it says you can either chop it or grate it, so I'm assuming that means with a cheese grater. Sounds like fun, sounds like an adventure, so let's go cheese grater on this one. I'm going to wash it, and then we're going to grate that cabbage. Yeah, I don't really know how to wash cabbage. It's really tightly rolled in there, so I would assume you have to wash it, right? I mean, you want to wash everything that you're about to eat. So I'm giving it a try, and then I might just like grate it and then wash it again. Don't know, it doesn't say anything about washing it in the cookbook, so I don't know what I'm doing, but whatever.
Boil for 8 to 10 minutes.
All right, so I think that they mean just with like a cheese grater. I'm going to cut it to make it easier on myself, and then grate it like a cheese grater. Also, don't forget to keep stirring those noodles. They're ready. Okay. So I set the timer so I don't forget. I don't know about like the outside leaf. I don't know if you would use that or not, right? But everybody probably touched at the grocery store. No thanks. What's that? Well, it's not doing anything. Probably because I have this cheap. Oh boy, that's gonna take a long time. Oh, we're making a mess. Okay, I'm not doing this. Change of plans, we are chopping it. Oh, you know, and this wouldn't be Don't Burn Dinner unless I casually almost burned down my entire kitchen. This is just a quick reminder, jokes aside, that you always have to keep a fire extinguisher. I was standing right there. I'm grateful nothing happened, but it goes to show you it can happen fast. So always be on your game. Okay, at home, everything's fine, but that was really kind of scary. I dumped in the salt over the cabbage that I've washed twice now. So for 10 minutes, we're going to set an alarm, and in 10 minutes, we will wring it out and get all of the excess moisture out of there. Noodles, drain them. I'm gonna transfer them back over into the pot. Chopping up that little onion. We're gonna fry it up in butter. Are you awake? In a large skillet, go ahead and start breaking up your butter to melt it, then add in the sugar, and then add in your cabbage. In a separate little frying pan, you want to warm up your butter, add your onions to it, and then you're going to rotate between the two, watching and stirring your separate frying pans. Once it gets a little brown, the cabbage, you add in the onions and stir them together. Now add that mixture to your noodles and dump in the cottage cheese. I did the entire tub. Why not? Our taste tester wasn't feeling it in this moment, and that's okay. We're not going to pressure him. So we've been on quite the adventure this afternoon. Thank you guys for joining us while I tested out this vintage recipe from 1973. I'm excited to try it and see if it was worth almost burning down the house. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so good. It's buttery. The cottage cheese gives it a bit of depth, almost like a tang to it, with the crispiness of the cabbage. This is really, really good. You guys, we might be onto something with this. Is this the new buttered noodles for my house? I think so. Make sure you like and subscribe to join us for any future recipes.